here we are going to discuss another very important concept, that is buffer capacity. Okay, so it is denoted by beta or phi. Okay, beta or phi. This buffer capacity is also called as buffer value, buffer index, or buffer efficiency also. Okay, so before going to discuss buffer capacity, just we recall a buffer solution. What is a buffer solution? A solution which oppose the change in its pH by the addition of limited quantity of strong acid or strong base to it. Yes or no? Means when a acid or base is added to a buffer solution, there is a very small change in the pH, that is a negligible change in the pH. Yes or no? All those already we discussed in the previous lectures. Okay, but for a buffer solution, if you add some large quantity of acid or base, definitely there is a change in the pH value. Okay, so every buffer solution has its capacity. Okay, up to that capacity only that will resist the change in pH. But still you are adding acid or base. What happens at one point? Its pH will change. Okay, so that we discuss. Now, suppose we have a buffer solution whose pH equal to 6. Okay, so buffer solution pH equal to 6. For this one, we are adding, suppose, for example, you are adding HCl. Okay, so what happens up to some quantity? Okay, 1 ml, 2 ml, there is or more in terms of moles. Let us discuss. Okay, 1 mole or 2 mole we have added. There is no change in the pH. No change means, remember that even if we say no change, that is a slight change, but that is negligible. Okay, so there is a very slight change in the pH, that is negligible. But okay, we are adding 2 mole, 3 mole, 4 mole, 5 mole. After adding some moles, immediately there is a large change in the pH. That means considerable change in the pH takes place. Okay, so means up to some limit only it will resist the change in pH by the addition of acid or base. When that limit is crossed, what happens? Immediately its pH will change. Okay, so now that is given by the buffer capacity. Okay, buffer capacity means number of moles of acid or base that must be added to 1 liter of a buffer solution to change its pH value by 1 unit. Okay, number of moles of acid or base that should be added to a buffer 1 liter of buffer solution to change its pH value by 1 unit is called as buffer capacity. That is also known as buffer efficiency, buffer index, or buffer value, different values. Okay, suppose this is the 1 liter buffer solution. Okay, so for this one, suppose we have added 5 mole of HCl. Okay, so here when you add 5 mole, pH is changed from 6 to 7. Okay, pH is changed from 6 to 7, means until you add 5 moles, up to 3 moles, 4 moles, there is a slight change in the pH. But when you add 5 moles, what is happening? pH is changed by 1 unit. Okay, that is nothing but buffer capacity. Okay, number of moles of acid or base that must be added to 1 liter of a buffer solution to change its pH by 1 unit is called as buffer capacity. Okay, it is a 1 liter solution to change its pH from 6 to 7. Okay, how many moles of acid we need? 5 moles. Okay, clear? So now that we can give a relation here, buffer capacity beta equal to number of moles of strong acid, or SA means strong acid, or strong base added to 1 liter of buffer solution. Okay, buffer solution, clear? Number of moles of strong acid or strong base added to 1 liter of buffer solution by change in pH. Change in pH. Okay, so this is the formula for buffer capacity. Okay, so this we can write beta is equal to minus of dNA by change in the pH. Okay, so this one, number of moles of acid added, or we can write okay, See here, number of moles of acid added by the change in pH, or number of moles of base added by the change in pH. Yes or no? See here, why we are taking minus and plus, very important. Okay, so whenever, see, always this efficiency, capacity, that is a positive quantity. Yes or no? Capacity, efficiency, they are positive. Okay, so here when acid is added, what happens? pH decreases. Yes or no? pH decreases. See here, this is for general understanding purpose only I have taken. Actually what happens, suppose here pH, okay, remember that only for understanding purpose I took those values. So when acid added, what happens? pH is decreases. Okay, so pH changed from 6 to 5. Okay, so that's why here change in pH will be minus. Yes or no? So that's why then efficiency we get negative value, but that is not correct. Yes or no? So always they are expressed as a positive quantity only. So that's why here we are getting minus, and here when you add base, what happens? pH increases. So here we get the positive value change. Here when you add acid, what is happening? pH decreases. Here difference will be minus 1. Yes or no? Change we take final pH minus initial pH. So here we get minus into minus, that becomes plus. So overall buffer efficiency we get as positive value. Okay, clear? So that's why here we are taking negative sign in this one. Okay, and see, remember that this buffer capacity which we discussed, it is instantaneous, means it is measured at a particular instant. Okay, so for the overall process we take average buffer capacity. Okay, average buffer capacity, beta average. Okay, average buffer capacity, that is equal to delta N by delta pH. Okay, total number of moles added or total change in the pH. So this is called average buffer capacity. Okay, and this is at a particular instant. Okay, during the discussion, and this is for the whole process. Average buffer capacity equal to total number of moles added, okay, by total change in the pH. Okay, clear? So now we discuss buffer range also. Okay, what is buffer range? That also we discuss now. Clear? So now let us see the buffer range. Okay, so here for a acidic buffer, pH equal to pKa plus log concentration of salt by acid. So no, from the Henderson-Hasselbalch equation already we discussed this. Okay, so here we have three cases. Okay, so first one is, suppose if concentration of salt is equal to concentration of acid. Okay, if concentration of salt equal to concentration of acid, then what happens? See, both are same, means both will get cancelled. Yes or no? So here we get log 1. Log 1 equal to 0. Then we get pH is equal to pKa. Okay, pH is equal to pKa. Okay, so in a buffer solution, if concentration of salt equal to concentration of the weak acid present, in that case, see here same concentration, suppose 1 molar 1 molar, okay, or 2 molar 2 molar, 2 will get cancelled, then we have log 1 equal to 0, so we get pH equal to pKa. Very important. Okay, so now remember that at this condition, okay, at this condition, any acidic buffer solution has maximum efficiency. Okay, has maximum efficiency. Very important. Direct questions we get. Okay, so what is the condition? At which condition acidic buffer shows maximum efficiency? So when pH is equal to pKa. Okay, so this is the first possibility. Okay, so now let us discuss another second case. Suppose when concentration of salt by concentration of acid is equal to 10. Okay, concentration of salt by concentration of acid is equal to 10, whatever it may be, 20, 10. Okay, so whatever it may be the value, so 1 by 0.1, so here also we get 10. Yes or no? So So whatever it may be the value, if this ratio equal to 10, in that case we get pH is equal to pKa plus 1. Yes or no? Log 10 base 10 is equal to 1. Okay, if you take this one here, we get in the place of salt by acid 10. Log 10 base 10 is 1. So then we get pH equal to pKa plus 1. Okay, and third condition is that when concentration of salt by concentration of acid is equal to 1 by 10. Okay, or that is equal to 1 by 10 is nothing but 0.1. Yes or no? If the ratio of concentration of salt by acid is 1 by 10 or 0.1, so here we get minus 1. Yes or no? Log 1 by 10 we can write 0.1, or we can write 10 power minus 1. Yes or no? 10 power minus 1. So log 10 power minus 1 means we get minus 1 here. Okay, so overall we have pH equal to pKa minus 1. Okay, pH is equal to pKa minus 1. Okay, so now when pKa of acid equal to pH of the solution, in that case buffer solution shows maximum efficiency. And next, look at these two cases, pH equal to pKa plus 1 and pH equal to pKa minus 1. So in this range only buffer solution shows its efficiency effectively. Okay, so here therefore we can say that pH equal to pKa minus 1 to pKa plus 1. Okay, so in this range only any buffer solution shows its maximum efficiency. Outside this range that cannot show its effect. Okay, means that will lose its efficiency. This is called as buffer range. Okay, in this range only any buffer solution works effectively. Means in this situation only that will resist the change in its pH when you add acid or base. Okay, outside this range what happens if you add even small quantity of acid or base, its pH will change to a considerable value. Okay, so for example, suppose for a particular acid pKa is equal to 4.5. Okay, pKa equal to 4.5. Then what is the buffer range of that solution? Okay, what is the buffer range of that acid's acidic buffer solution? How can we calculate? So then pH equal to, okay, so 4.5 minus 1, how much? 3.5. 2, okay, or 3.5 to 4.5 plus 1, that is equal to how much? 5.5. Okay, means for the acid, okay, which is present in a buffer solution, its pKa equal to 4.5, then its buffer range is 3.5 to 5.5. Before this value or after this value, that cannot work as a buffer solution efficiently. Okay, clear? So this is about the buffer range. Okay, now let us discuss two more important cases. Okay, now let us see some different cases. So already we discussed that when pH is equal to pKa, that buffer solution has maximum efficiency, yes or no? Or in the case of a basic buffer, when pOH is equal to pKb, in that case that buffer solution has maximum capacity. So here beta maximum, that is maximum buffer capacity, is equal to 2.303 C concentration of buffer divided by 4. Okay, see this derivation and everything is not necessary in the intermediate stage. Okay, directly we have to remember this formula. Okay, so 2.303 into concentration of buffer by 4. What is concentration of buffer? Is concentration of acid plus salt, that is the total buffer concentration. If that is acidic buffer, suppose if that is a basic buffer, concentration of base plus concentration of the salt. Okay, so whatever it may be, what is the C buffer? Total buffer concentration. Okay, clear? Next, another case, suppose if a strong acid or strong base buffer solution we have considered, in that case buffer capacity of a solution of a strong acid or a strong base at any pH is given by beta equal to 2.303 into concentration of H plus ions plus concentration of OH minus ions. Okay, so we discuss problems also in the next lecture. Okay, clear? So when the buffer capacity of a strong acid or strong base solution we are going to calculate, this is the formula. Okay, and next, a solution of a strong acid has a high buffer capacity when pH is less than 2. Okay, so if you consider a strong acid solution in this case, when pH is less than 2, then it will show very high buffer capacity. Means that cannot change its pH value by the addition of more number of moles of acid or base. Okay, and a solution of a strong base has a high buffer capacity when pH greater than 12. Okay, strong acid solution we consider pH is less than 2, and if you consider a solution of strong base when pH greater than 12, in these cases the respective solution shows higher buffer capacities. Okay, so this is about buffer capacity and buffer range, and these are the special cases. Okay, so in the next lecture we discuss some important models which are related to the calculation of buffer capacity and buffer range. Okay, thank you.